Hey, hi everybody. So I wanted to do this video because it's one that I've been meaning to do for quite a while, and I don't seem to have got around to doing it. And basically I want to explain how you hit the various promotions, but in terms of mascaras. So how many mascaras do you have to sell to hit the promotions? And I'm going to talk you right through from white up to green and including green, because once you hit green, I'm hoping that you're kind of going to get the gist and you're going to understand it. But if not, you can talk to me, talk to your sponsor, and obviously we can get you there. So first of all, the first promotion in this business is white status. So for you to hit your first promotion, you personally need to do 125 personal retail sales, which are otherwise known as PRS. And that means that you need to sell 5 mascaras, or the equivalent of 5 mascaras. And that's based on mascaras having a points value of 29. Once you've sold 5 mascaras, boom, you've hit your first promotion. Amazing. And then you can move on to the next, which is yellow status. Now, this can be quite difficult for some people to hit. Some people hit it super quick, and there is no time limit on hitting yellow. However, the sooner you hit it, the sooner you get a pay rise. The sooner you get a 5% pay rise. And it's a lifetime pay rise. It's not going to go back. So you're always going to have that. So the sooner you do it, the sooner you get more money in your pocket. And basically, for you to hit yellow status, you need to do 1,000 PRS. And in mascara terms, you would need to sell 35 mascaras. As I said, there is no time limit for hitting yellow. You can do it as fast or as slow as you like. It's at your pace. And your first promotion, so white status, the 125 that you hit for that will count towards yellow. Okay? Once you've hit yellow, then you can start thinking about building your business and building a team, because the next promotion is pink, and for pink you need at least one other person in your team. So you need to have sponsored at least one other person. It's not a promotion that you can hit on your own. You do need a team to help you get there, basically. And it's about recruiting wide and deep, so that from pink upwards, it's going to be not mega hard and mega difficult for you to hit these promotions, because there's going to be lots of you involved, and going for it with you. And of course, you don't want it all on your shoulders. So for pink, basically, you personally need to do 250 PRS, which is 9 mascaras. And then you need to do company sales of 2,000. Now, for your company, that includes you, and it includes anybody in your downline. So anybody that you sponsor, anybody that they then sponsor, anybody that they then sponsor, anybody that they then sponsor. You get my drift. It's anybody in your downline. They count as part of your company. So in terms of company sales, only 75% of your personal PRS and anybody in your team's personal PRS counts towards your company sales, okay? So for you to do 2,000 PRS as a team, you need to physically have done 2,667 PRS, because when we then times that by 75, that gives us 2,000. That's that box ticked. And 2,000 PRS is the equivalent of 92 mascaras, okay? With me? I hope you're still with me. Next stop is blue, and basically we're doubling what we did as pink, okay? So for blue, it's the same principles. So you need to do personal PRS of 250, which is 9 mascaras. Your company needs to do company sales of 4,000. So as a company, you need to physically do company sales of 5,334. And then when we times that by 75%, because we're only allowed to count 75% towards our company sales, that nets down to 4,000. And that 4,000 is the equivalent of 183 mascaras. And in order to hit blue status, you need to have at least 2 other people as part of your company. Now, obviously, as I said before, we need to try and recruit wide and deep, because for you to be able to carry on requalifying these promotions from pink and above, which is what you need to do month in, month out, otherwise you will just be paid at yellow status. You know, we need quite a lot of people helping you get there, otherwise it's going to be a tough job. Okay, so the next one that I just want to talk about, and the final one, is green, which obviously when we hit green, we become an elite status presenter. It's classed as a leadership role. It's you know, it's an amazing point to get to. And a couple of months ago I did another video, as you know, which was the roadmap to green. So this video, in conjunction with the other one, hopefully should give you a bit of a steer and a bit of a help to get there. Okay, so green. So we're doubling and a bit more what we needed to do for blue. Okay, so you personally need to do 500 PRS each month, and that is the equivalent of 18 mascaras. Okay, company sales, you need to do 10,000 company PRS. Now that actually means that as a company you physically need to do 13,334, which when we net it down and times it by 75%, that gets us the 10,000 PRS, which is the equivalent of 460 mascaras. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but obviously, you know, by this point, hopefully you're going to have a strong team. You're going to have lots of people all working and rocking their businesses, all doing their part. And so that 460, obviously you can split up between your team, and obviously, you know, ultimately help you smash the 10,000. However, for green, in order to hit green, there's an extra element to green, and that is circle sales. If you go into your back office and have a look at my company, and you have a look at the different promotions, shoot along to green, and you'll see there's an extra line, which is circle sales, and you'll see that circle sales, in there it says that you need to do 2,000. Now circle sales is anyone in your team that is blue and below. Okay, so again, 2,000 is what you need to do to hit that requirement. So in effect, we need to gross it up, because the 2,000 is only going to be 75% of the actual figure. So 2,667 is the gross figure. 75% of that gives you 2,000. Circle sales, and that will be ticked. Now your circle sales, if you don't have anybody that's green in your downline, so if everybody is blue and below, if you do 10,000 company sales, that circle sales are going to be taken care of like that, so you're not even going to have to worry about it. However, if somebody in your downline turns green within the month, they and their entire downline drop out of your circle sales, so they drop out of that 2,000. Okay, now their sales still count towards your company sales, so their sales will count towards the 460 mascaras, but you would need to have enough people in your team to then re-hit the 2,000 circle sales, if that makes sense. If not, send me a message or speak to your sponsor, because I don't want to confuse you. But basically green, so I'll just quickly go through that again. 500 PRS for you, 18 mascaras, company sales of 10,000 net, which is 460 mascaras, and circle sales of 2,000, which equates to 92. And if you don't have anybody that's green in your downline, you don't even need to worry about that. I hope that helps, and just gives you a bit more of a focus in terms of what the promotions actually mean, in terms of how many mascaras do you have to sell, or the equivalent, and it makes it a little bit clearer. If not, shoot me a PM, speak to your sponsor, whatever, and obviously, you know, we're here to help, but I hope that helps. Just wanted to try and break it down a little bit differently, because I know some people understand things in different ways. So that's it really. Have a lovely evening, and I shall speak to you soon.